Welcome to Back to School Night. Hello, my name is Karina Guerrero and I'm your Students Avid 1 teacher. One thing that I want to share with you is that I'm also teaching Spanish 3S, Spanish 3 Honors, and Avid 1. First, I want to start off with the schedule. So the schedule for our distance learning is the following. I want to remind all parents, all students, and all guardians that on Mondays, because I do teach Avid for second period, we have the following information. We connect from 12:15 to 12:35, and when I say connect, students must attend the live check-in on Zoom. The other thing that I want to remind students and parents is that our class is held twice a week. We meet for 90 minutes on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Because we're second period, our schedule is the following: 9:45 to 11:15. If you have any questions, please let me know. The one other thing I want to share before I move on from our schedule is that if students will be absent, it is your responsibility to contact the front office. If students have connection issues, I have shared with students that they must inform me so that we can arrange other plans and students can still be able to access information that is important for them. Next, because we are using a new platform, I want to share a little bit about what that platform looks like. Your student will have a total of 6 tiles. The Avid 1 tile looks as this. So it should say Avid 1-1 period 2 and then my last name, Guerrero. In Canvas, every single Monday, students will find a weekly agenda. I will try my best to update that weekly, and students have access to this every Monday morning. If you notice, I share with students what subjects we're going to be covering, what our objectives for the week are, and then in our agenda, we have our assignments. It is very simple for students to be able to know what we're doing in Avid class. The other thing I want to share with you from Canvas is the following. Some of the students have said that their assignments are a little bit unorganized, and that's because it groups them all together. So one of the things that I've done to avoid students being confused is I created modules. What modules are just headings where students can go ahead and look at that week. And under that week, they have the assignments that they have to complete for that assigned week. And we've already had a total of 4. So make sure that students share this information with you and that you're also aware of what assignments the students has been turning in. If you have any questions about the assignments, please reach out to me and I'm more than happy to help you. Lastly, for my office hours, before I move on to other information, I have decided that if students in Avid need additional time, I will be available outside of the times that we meet. The 2 days that I'm available to meet with students are Mondays and Thursdays from 1:45 p.m. to 2:35 p.m. How do you contact me? Okay, if for any reason you need to directly contact me, you can always call Montclair High School at 909-621-6781 and leave a message with the secretary to directly message me after. Or if you have direct email, you can also directly email me at karina.guerrero@cjuhsd.net. And you also have a Google number that I provided you. And this Google number directly calls my cell phone number. So if in the event that you want to contact me directly, you're able to do so through that number. If you want to sign up for any of the reminders that I send students, okay, it is the following information. So let me share the next slide with you. The number that you'd be texting would be the following. You'd be texting 81010, and the message would be the following. Once you text that, you'll receive a welcome text from Remind, and you'll follow the prompts given to you by Remind. And if you have questions about this, you can also email me, call me, and let me know if you have trouble logging in or adding yourself into the class. What I want to share with you next is a little bit about me. So my first name is Karina. Okay, and this year I'm teaching Spanish in Avid. This is my 12th year of teaching, and the one thing that I want to share with all families is that I am very passionate about what I do. Okay, one thing that I hope that students get out of being an Avid is that anything is possible as long as they continue to work hard towards their future goals and career. And this is coming from someone who also went to Montclair High School. So a few years ago, okay, I was also a Montclair High School student, and I decided to come back to work here. So a little bit about me: I grew up in Ontario. I currently live in Fontana. I'm happily engaged. I'm the mom to a 1-year-old. Her name is Jimena. I have a BA in Spanish. I also have a master's in education, a master's in Spanish. One thing that I'm very proud about is I have reference work in educational journal. Okay, the journal Spanish as a Heritage Language. And one of the quotes that I want to share with all of you is from my favorite person, Frida Kahlo. And it says that at the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can, which I think is true. And sometimes we forget that, and our students forget that, so we're here to remind them about that. The other things that I want to go ahead and share with all the families are the following. A little bit more about me is I started teaching in 2009 in Hesperia at a charter school, and I taught from 6th to 12th grade. Okay, a few years later, in 2011, I was hired at Upland High School and taught there, and was able to gain a lot of new experiences. And it was something different, but something great that happened to me. Okay, and lastly, another thing I want to share with all families is that I decided to enroll in 2013 in a master's program for the Southern Oregon University College. And I was able to have the opportunity to take classes in Universidad de Guanajuato, which is in Mexico. And I was there a total of 4 different summers. So I'm really passionate about what I do. And hopefully the students are able to learn a lot from me this year. The last thing I want to go ahead and share with all of the families is that I have a back to school night letter in which you can read what we will be focusing on this school year. Okay, and this is also available to you in Spanish. So for my Spanish speaking parents that prefer to have this information in Spanish, it is available to you. Lastly, if you want to read in more detail information about me, you're able to click on this picture. And the last thing you should know is that the syllabus, which is the information about how I'm going to be grading students, is located in that same page. So our grading is broken down into 4 different categories: notebooks, tutorials, participation, and curriculum. So one thing that I want for families to understand is the following. Students are graded based on how well they do in each one of these categories, and then it averages out. So if you have any questions about that information, please do not hesitate to contact me. The other 2 things I want to go ahead and share with you are the responsibilities. These responsibilities are in regards to our Zoom meetings. Okay, every Monday I check in with students. Okay, we participate through Zoom calls, and how is it that they are going to go ahead and be more proactive with their education this semester, as well as I have Avid expectations that you are more than welcome to read. If any of this might be confusing you or the student, do not hesitate to contact me. I am available via my Google number, through Canvas, or through my direct email account. It was a pleasure doing this video. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. I will be sharing a bit.ly link with our students so that they're able to check in to let me know that they attended. And there will be a question there so that students can answer based on the information provided in this video. Thank you, and I hope to have a great year with you and your student. Thanks. Bye-bye.